And the Wolverines will put total leather and will get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Michigan State's offense will have the football first. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State. The Wolverines applied a little extra sting winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth back in East Lansing all year long. They've talked about it. They've had to hear about it. They've listened to the gloating from their in-state rival. They're looking to flip the script today.
And that's what's so fun about rivalries. You get bragging rights, and especially in the same state, so much disdain for each other. It's so awesome. The fans go bananas, and Michigan State's definitely got something to prove.
And the Spartans want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just
turning it on. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That's caught. It's Denson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. And he murders into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. They'll try the run. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Fires to the tight end. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in this situation. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So just make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Scrambling away. Makes the grab. There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Steps away. He'll pull it down. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
Looking downfield on first down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 7 over Georgia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen,
thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
And the Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Off play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Adams. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of times for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course.
Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. On the run, fires downfield. Caught near the sideline. It's Cole. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working on the right. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Takes the easy one to the back. Breaks into the open. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up 1st and goal. Buys a little time with his feet. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Spartans will hustle to the line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
With the catch, it's Collier. And he's brought down after a nice game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Plucks it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll lose yardage again, and they say don't abandon the running game, but the running game's abandoning them. Motion from the back. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Raw. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And it slips just inside that right upright.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. And the Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for him.
The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. finds his tight end. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Makes the grab past the marker. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Grab behind the line. It's quick. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Look at that. Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
While they dial up on second and a long way to go. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Moves around to clear up the vision. Fakes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Gets the back moving, and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolverine!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. He's a 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Michigan offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. To the air, it's Underwood. With the catch, it's quick. Smashes through the tackle. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And some room to work. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Cole. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry is inferior to Michigan all the time. You've got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Right on the money.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But
and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Underwood. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Skips away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Touchdown, Wolverines. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play picking up the first.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Spartans are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in, it's Need. And he's brought down after a nice gain. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Big fella moving. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Spartans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Splits the uprights. Good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man downfield. Still running at the 40. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He throws into the middle of the field. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Down continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes a connection. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. Makes the grab.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Spartans send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Dropping back, it's Underwood. They're working that left side. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for room. It's Morse. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. It'll be third and long. Making side adjustments here. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Looking for a deep man. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. And the Wolverines are rolling down the field. Caught in the backfield. It's quick. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size. Still got him on the turf. Second down coming up. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's quick. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. Back to throw, it's Underwood.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Unloads to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Spartans will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. What can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Power football with the run. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Spartans have their high gear. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
On the direct snap, it's Cole. Caught near the sticks, it's Underwood. Flying out to the left. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they just...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give out of the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Got some room to run. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So here comes the Michigan offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Looking downfield, it's Rousseau. Zings it complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Boston College stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Chestnut Hill. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised.
And the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. He'll take it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. after this play, the cake will be baked.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Rousseau. Quarterback adapting. Rolling right and going deep. Snags it inside the 20. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.